Hello, powerful one. Welcome to this edition of Inner Growth with Osezwa Elimihe. We will be talking around identity in focus. That is to say, how our identities affect the things we focus on. There are so many events happening around us, and there is a litany of mental images that are flying in our mental spaces. You see, the ones that we pick are the ones that we are primed to pick. And the things that prime us to pick these things are the things we identify with as real. For example, if you identify with yourself as low, as a victim, everything people do, everything people say will carry an element of you being treated unfairly. And your reaction to things will be defensive. When people say things to you in a playful format, you take it very seriously because you feel that you are being jibed at, you feel that you are being dumped down. But if you identify with yourself as indestructible, as beyond suppression, therefore you can never be a victim, even when you sense that things are being done unfairly against you, you will not take it to heart, but rather what you will feel is empathy, sometimes maybe sympathy with those who are doing those things. You might feel struck and wonder why people can be this low, but it will not be to the point where you feel self-pity. A person that identifies with a positive sense of self, a high sense of self, does not feel bad about what people do to them, does not feel bad about what people do against them, because they are living the truth of their being. And like Christ will say, you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. At the end of the day, a person who identifies with self as elevated, as positive, as indestructible, will never ever be looking for people to vindicate them. They will not seek vindication because they know that the whole world can be against them today. It doesn't matter. It is the opinion of the world. It is not their own opinion. As long as you are not conflicted in your person, there is no external conflict that can defeat you. You can bow out of a fight. You can bow out of an argument, not because you have considered defeat, but that you have considered that it does not make sense to continue with the matter. We will be saying more on this after the break. I am Osezwa Anthony Elimihe. You know me. I am in the game of helping you grow from inside out. That is just on the other side. The other one is that a lot of the times we are seeing things as negative because our identities correspond with a certain idea. You know that there are some people who have what you call a toxic positivity. Their positivity is not genuine. It's just superficial. It is a positivity that is always conscious of negativity. They are focusing on being positive from the perspective of negativity. They have this feeling that negativity is all around them. They are aware of negativity. Therefore, they are trying to use positivity as a defense. And in the process, what they think that they are filtering out is not negativity. They are actually filtering out positivity, because all their thoughts are conscious of negativity. They see things that people do from the perspective of negativity before they even see positivity. Hence, when you are playful with them, they cannot understand it until you have to use so many words to explain to them. They say, oh, aha, I'm sorry. It takes a while for them to understand. To be positive is not to be on guard against negativity. No. To be positive is to be focused on positivity. It means that your identity is with that which is positive, is with that which is pro-life. You are so focused on the positive that you are not conscious, you are not aware of that which is negative. How is it so? Simple. Your life is so locked on being positive that you don't know what it feels like to be negative. And once in a while, when negativity happens around you, you say, oh, how do people stand that? How do people carry on with such a nature? Some people are so locked in low self-esteem that everything that they do is about antagonism, it's about attacking people, and they're not even conscious of it. They will even tell you it's an intellectual exercise, that it makes them feel good to do this thing, and they think it is the right way. For them, they have an identity with knocking down others as a means of feeling good. Life for them is about war, it's about attack. You have to attack to win. Hence, in every argument, they try to win. Okay, that is the other part of the whole divide. And if you try in such a context to try to make them see what you are talking about, they think that you want to win the argument, and the thing just drags on like that. So the best part is to lay off. Who are you to change another's mind? Look at our lives now. A lot of us feel that they are focused on being rich, they are focused on being healthy, but you see, at the background of their being, they have an identity with poverty, they have an identity with ill health, because their historic background carries all of these data, so they are aware of it. So their desire to be rich is always a guard against being poor, and their desire to be healthy is also a guard against being ill. Now you see them confessing positivity, trying to force themselves to feel positive. There is no way they can feel positive. You know why? Because the background, the takeoff of their person is a negation of negativity. You see, it is an awareness of that which is negative, an awareness of poverty that is now focusing on positive confession on wealth can never bring about wealth, because you are consistently affirming the presence of poverty in your thoughts. Your affirmations for wealth has at the background of it poverty, because that is an identity. It's a program that is running at your background. Each time you will see poverty in every event around you, you are on guard against being poor. That can never conquer poverty, because poverty becomes the driving force of your actions. One who is running away from poverty can never conquer poverty. One who is running away from sickness can never conquer sickness, because you have created a game in which these negative things are chasing you. So how should it be? You have to develop a mindset that is so locked in wealth, that is so locked on health, that you don't have any thought to spare for poverty. You don't have any thought to spare for ill health. You have to focus 100% on what you want. I repeat that. Focus 100% on that which you desire, and leave out that which you don't. And there is a process for that. It doesn't matter how you feel right now. What matters is how you want to feel. How you feel right now is a product of your past identity. So we are now saying to you, re-identify your life. Therefore, at this moment, you may notice that the highest data in your life around happiness is poverty, and around health is ill health. Now you know it, and when the thought comes, you are not bound to be happy. Don't force yourself to be happy when negative things show up, because nobody can be happy in the face of negativity. That's understood. But you see, make a decision to be happy, irrespective, in spite of these things. make a decision to be rich, to feel rich in spite of the poverty data that are around you. By such practice, locking your attention exclusively on that which is positive, that which is wealthy, that which is healthy, over time, you will come into that state. It will become autopilot. So, the truth is, a lot of us are battling. We are putting in effort to succeed, but we are not aware that there is a program, that is an identity that we have embraced, and that identity is directing our focus. That is how it works. But what you have to do is that instead of killing yourself, forcing yourself to be positive, just stay free. Stay free. Release yourself. Stop working too hard. Just release yourself. Then take a deep breath and just listen to yourself. Listen to the thought that you are having. And when they are emphasizing negativity, gently guide the thought away from the negativity and bring it to positivity. Stop being uptight around people, trying to force positive mentality, because at the end of the day, when you are doing that, you are knocking people around you and your positivity becomes toxic. There is no way toxicity can lead to positivity. So your identity is key. And how do we build identity? We build our identity by the confessions that we make. We build our identity by the things we focus on. Now, if our focus is controlled by our identity, then how can we build identity by focus? That is the confusion. This is one thing we can do. You see that early morning hours when we wake up, let's not play with our morning hours as we wake up, because as we are waking up, science has made it very clear that that is our theta brainwave moment, the magical moment where we can re-identify our lives. Speak to yourself at that time. Let your data of positivity be loaded into yourself. Speak positivity to yourself and move on with it. Stay in front of the mirror and speak positive things to yourself. When you are being carried away by negative thoughts that are contrary to the area you want to face, take a break and address yourself and say, this is who you are now. Because mind learns to be by habituation. And once mind has become, doing is the easiest thing. For a lot of the time, we are so focused on doing the right thing. We forget that the capacity to do the right thing starts with the capacity to be the right person. So focus on your being. It is done by daily and regular affirmations, spending time in meditations, and reminding yourself each and every time of who you are is to be on guard. Keep teaching, keep pushing this new identity that you have assumed onto yourself, and do not always be on guard against people coming to attack, to infiltrate you. No, because by that singularity, you are focusing on the opposite of what you should be focusing upon. Therefore, in that area, if you are the type of person that are always looking out for negativity from other people from outside, then you have to recreate yourself and saying, I am surrounded by positive vibrations. I am surrounded by positive minded people. I am surrounded by positive actions and positive thoughts. You keep affirming that each time your mind suspects negativity around you. Because this is it. In the business of growth, we can only grow ourselves. We can't grow other people, because we don't have the right over what people feel, do, and become. But we have a right over what we feel, do, and become. Therefore, all we have to do is to build our space. Now, when you are saying, I am surrounded by positive people, what it means is that you are filtering out negative people. And I keep saying that the element of toxic positivity is generated by affirmations that have a negative orientation. Affirmations like, I cannot be affected by what people say. I am above what people think or do. All those things that are antagonizing, directly antagonizing negative things, negativity, negative things, negativity, negative people. You don't do that. This is it. Ignore what you don't want in thoughts, in words, and in action. Don't do what you don't want. Don't say what you don't want, and don't think what you don't want. Repeat the process. Don't think, don't say, don't do. That is how it goes. It is a cyclical thing you have to repeat over and over again. Over time, it becomes your nature. Run away from those confessions that are antithetical in their nature. They say, I am the head, not the tail. Ignore the tail. Focus on I am the head. Okay? I lead right. I grow positively. I am beautiful. Don't say I am beautiful, not ugly. You don't need the ugly part of it. If you do such level of affirmations, what it means is that your positivity becomes toxic. Why is it toxic? Because you have an intention of positivity, but your takeoff point, your identity is negativity. Therefore, in your positivity, your attention will be on the negative. Then your life becomes conflicted. You are not really positive. Now, this is the sole reason affirmations don't work for people. They are actually not positive. They find it quite easy to insult people. They find it quite easy to flare because they have not found peace in themselves. It is not their fault. They need your love because they have embraced the wrong system. That is what happens when you are half and half, here and there. You have to be in one place. If you choose to be positive, stay there and be positive. If you choose to be negative, oh, go there and be negative. That's how it goes. So work on your identity. That is the key part. Identify with what you want and stick with it. Don't waver to what you don't want. If you do this, success will be yours in no time. You can do it, and I know you can do it. It's all about persistency. Thank you, and God bless you.